to the gods and goddesses.
See, me, I'm just a firm believer in divine timing, and I affirm that every day. So, what's for me is already working for me. I ain't gotta chase that, I ain't gotta rush that, it's already mine. I'm on my own timeline.
You can't rush my greatness, I've been elevating daily on a mission for my people. All the love I've been receiving, oh, got me oh so dedicated to uplift the world's vibration. This is affirmation of alignment with the highest. This the road less traveled. You don't have a say-so in how I move. You don't know my battles. Can't be on my boat with no paddle. How you talking down on the captain, but moving like cattle? Niggas try to play me, but that shit is funny. Get to know the new me. I've been getting money. I've been changing lives now. Conquer my depression, leveled up, and I'm alright now. Yeah.
What's up, family? Thank you for tuning in for another episode of Kozmic Konnectionz. And tonight I got a very special guest with me, one I have met personally. Her vibe, her aura, her energy, it speaks for itself. I truly respect her mission and her journey in health and fitness because, of course, the best way to discipline the mind is to train the body, to get the body to move at your will. But that's not all she does. She is an author. She is a facilitator of many different meditations as well. So I need everyone to tap in and listen to her story, please, family. Let's give a big welcome to Sista Sunflower.
Hey, hey, yo.
What's
Peace,
up,
peace,
sis?
peace, brother. Peace.
How you feeling today?
I am feeling amazing. I'm
Yes,
flowing in my purpose and I'm giving myself grace, patience, and love along the way. That's
absolutely.
it.
Because that's the biggest thing, in our journey. Especially during these times, we feel so pressured by the world.
Whew,
We feel so pressured by the trends and everything that's going on that sometimes we don't give ourselves enough compassion and grace to allow our journey to flow and to move through the present time, instead
that
of
part.
looking at the past or looking at the future, but just being present.
Being
So I most
present in the
definitely
now. Being present in the now. But that takes a lot of discipline. That
yes,
takes a lot of discipline, and it also requires you to actually show up and do the work.
yes.
Because a lot of that is programming, and it's just about just reprogramming your mind and wanting to do better. So got to
Absolutely.
be intentional about that thing.
Absolutely. So before we get into, what you do within your health and fitness and, your book, your press juices and everything, I just want you to, give the people a little backstory, about how you got to this point, where you're from and things of that nature.
I'm originally from the Windy City, Chi-Town, all day. My name
Hey,
is Tanisha. Um, but I've evolved into Sister Sunflower. T baby still come out sometime though, but we working on that. Because people,
absolutely.
when you evolve and you grow, that's when you really are tested. You know what I'm saying? So,
Absolutely.
um, but I am a holistic health and wellness practitioner. I um I have a cold pressed juice business, detoxing. I help people with fitness, with losing weight, just being healthy and just being the best version of themselves, period. My journey began 3 years ago. I was diagnosed with sarcoidosis, which is an inflammatory disease. It's what Bernie Mac transitioned from.
Oh, wow.
Um, his was mainly his lungs. He had pneumonia. And with sarcoidosis, it weakens your immune system. So it's pretty much non existent. My case was very rare because it was affecting my lungs, my kidneys, my heart, my bladder, my skin. All of my main organs began to shut down. I was put on 16 medications a day, hospitalized for weeks at a time, sometimes months. I've had emergency back-to-back surgeries. But the final thing that the doctors was pretty much losing hope or whatever on was I had got a really bad infection in my body. And no matter what they did, my body wouldn't fight that infection off. And so I couldn't have a bowel movement for 14 days. And
Wow.
that's when they knew, like, yeah, we look, if you can just use the bathroom, we can send you home and you can be comfortable. Because by law, they couldn't release me. And so they were coming in doing enemas, doing all these cocktails, literally 4 to 5 times daily for 14 days. Nothing would happen. And
Wow.
so during that time, that was my time for me to really go within, to really be present with my divine self, with spirit, because I knew that there was a higher purpose on my life. I knew that I was here for to do some great things. I'm like, God, I know I'm not going out like this.
Right.
What do I need to do? Show me what I need to do. And so I was scheduled for surgery the next day. Went to surgery and I ended up waking up before they were actually done with the procedure. And I don't remember everything, but I remember the panic, the chaos. I remember all of that. But I heard just as I'm talking to you, detox, detox.
Mm.
And once I woke up and everything, started coming back too, I didn't remember everything that had transpired. I just remember my friend that was there saying, like, everybody was worried because your surgery was only supposed to take 2 hours. You've been back there for 6 and dot and all of that stuff. And as she's talking and as I'm coming to detox, clear. All I'm like, hand me a pen and paper. I just started writing things down. Things just started just pouring out. Um, that's the power of automated writing. When you're
Mm.
journaling, you just writing and things are just gonna naturally flow. And that
Mm.
actually started that process for me too. But so yeah, so I ended up using the bathroom the next day. They ended up sending me home. Boom. That's when the real work started. I got me a juicer and all of the things that I was diagnosed with: high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, all of those things from the medications I was taking. I started notating what herbs was good for high blood pressure, what fruits was good for high blood pressure, what vegetables, because I knew that these 16 medications weren't gonna cut it. So got me a juicer, started juicing, started doing the work, and fast forward later, a year later, I stopped taking all of the 16 medications, and I got rid of 160 pounds in the process.
What?
All of that transpired within that year to year and a half. And so I know that my purpose is to assist others on their journeys. Because when I went through my transformation and all of these different chapters and transitions, I did it alone, meaning motivated to go to the gym, motivated to go for a walk, motivated to, you know, eat healthy. Going from eating, because I'm a chef. So I was
Right.
in culinary school at the time. I'm cooking like soul food. We
Right.
selling plates. We doing the baked macaroni and cheese, the
The fried
yams, the
chicken,
fried
all
catfish.
that.
We doing all that.
Right.
The Holy Spirit was like, it's time for you to push that plate to the side, sis, because we finna need you to be out eating grass and lettuce and all of those things. So I
Right.
said, okay, well, that's what we doing. If that's what we doing, help take the desire for everything else away. And sure enough, it's been 4 years. I've been plant-based, um, vegan. And so I help others that's, on their journey, want to eat healthy, want to eat right. I do nutrition. We meal plan. As you mentioned earlier, everything that I went through, I wrote my first book, The Sunflower's Detox Guidebook, which was #1 on Amazon for a few weeks. And
What?
this
Let's
Thank
go.
you. Thank you. So I put a lot of energy into this because, I do a
Yeah.
lot of speaking engagements, speaking events, and everybody's like, you need to share your story. You need to write a book. And I did. So this book talks about the journey. I give tips and on how to overcome different things, how to change your mindset, because it's really your mindset that once you change that and you change your
Right.
perception of how you view food and health and nutrition and diet, then everything else falls into place. because
Ab-
it's you renew your mind, you detox your body, and you heal your soul. And so
mm,
that's my motto right there. That's what I teach all of my clients. And so
I say
yeah, a little
that.
bit about me.
So I want to ask you, right, with all of that going on, because like that is so major. That's such a major transition, right? Because I'm sure by you being a chef, that was like a dream at the same time of you reaching a new heights when it comes to, you know, your level of expertise as a chef and, you know, making the type of food that you were making, right?
Mm.
So with that, like what kept you mentally like sane, right? Because hearing that type of news, having to give up on something that you love so much, right?
Mm-hmm.
It could bring a lot of people down. It could bring them into a depression or even drive them off of the ledge, right? So
Mm-hmm.
what are some things that like kept you mentally intact? You know what I mean? Other than just your journaling, like, you know, because that is heavy, you know?
Honestly, it was a no-brainer for me. It was, well, if I had when I had that scale, it's either my life or pleasures.
Mm,
Which one gonna weigh the most? Which one is
right.
more important to you? And so it was easy for me. My whole and I've always had discipline. When I set my mind to something, I can do it. Like I used to smoke cigarettes for over 20 years. After
Right.
I got sick, that was something I had to let go of. Now, mind you, smoking cigarettes is hard.
Yes.
I said, okay, this is what I need to let go of. Help me. Sure enough, the next day I attempted to smoke. The desire was gone. When it related to chicken, we love fried chicken. Like beef
Absolutely.
and pork, I'll let that go. But not my
Absolutely.
fried chicken. No.
Right.
God was like, okay, you want to keep doing it? I got you. The
Mm,
next day I was preparing meals for me and my family. I grabbed some raw chicken. I was about to season it up. I instantly had the desire to throw up. Just
wow.
like that. Just like that. So it's more it's your mindset. It's the discipline. Once you just make that decision that you want to live, and what's more important, like, because that's just the temptation, and it's just the flesh,
Right.
really. That's pretty much what it is. But it was a huge transition for me because I had no idea what veganism, like, this sound boring.
Right.
That
Right.
sounds that
Exactly.
sounds so boring.
Right.
So I had to be creative, and the fact that I am a chef, you gotta learn how to. And I'm the magician. Everything I touch turns to gold. You just
Mm.
gotta learn and be creative.
Yes.
Allow your creativity to show. And so I started following Tabitha Brown too, because when I was along starting my journey, she was starting her journey also. And so that's how I built a very large community on like all of my social media platforms, because during everything I went through, I was very transparent. I shared everything.
Right.
Sometimes a little maybe too personal, because when I was having surgery and things like that, I was showing the scars, and because I was really going through, like, the doctors, they weren't treating me the best. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because they
Right.
didn't know what they was doing. For the most part, I was
Right.
a rat on the wheel, being poked and prepped and experimented on
Trying
because
to
they
put more
didn't know what to
parasites in
do with
you and
me.
all that. Yep.
They didn't know what to do with me.
Right.
So I was very vulnerable along my journey with sharing. And so just having people just, reach out, and um I'd never had the desire to start a business in this field. I
Right.
just I was trying to just save my life. And the effects of that and the results were other people reaching out to me like, hey, I see you. Like, I got X, Y, and Z going on. Can you help me? And my thing is like, well, I mean, I can show you what I did, because
Right.
I'm not a doctor, I'm not licensed, I'm not certified, but I did X, Y, and Z. And
Right.
so, to answer your question, it's just about your mindset and your discipline. What is more important to you?
And
Is
that
that
is
chicken more important than
me
your
because
health, your life?
right.
So
That is amazing. That is beautiful because for some people it's so hard for them, to fight these parasites that's in our bodies that come from like
yeah.
things that we eat, from the certain habits that we have. You know what I mean? People
Mm-hmm.
go on all kinds of different medications or patches or nicotine gum or whatever, right? to try to
Mm-hmm.
fight that urge, right? So to hear you say that I just went completely cold turkey and my whole taste was like, gone from that. That is amazing. Like, that is just spirit letting you know, like, okay, you are truly destined for something greater and it led you to
Yes.
this path. You know what I mean?
And so
So,
that's why I reach back a lot. Like I reach back
yeah,
a lot because not everybody has that willpower
right,
or that discipline to do so. And when I used to go through things alone, I didn't like that feeling. I didn't like it at all. But I knew it didn't matter. I would invite people to go to the gym. Sometimes they come, sometimes they don't. I knew I had to go. And
right.
so I used to wonder like why I had to go through things alone. And up until like maybe 4 or 5 months ago, I heard the answer loud and clear. You have to go through these things so that you can be able to one, feel what it feels like, so you
Mm,
can have that desire to want to help others. And so when people are going through their journeys, I hold them accountable. That's why I have these mentorships. That's why I have these community groups on Facebook that I've created so that people that want to exercise or want to eat healthy and just want a partner, like somebody to motivate and inspire.
yes,
I got you, sis. I got you,
yes,
bro. I'ma text you. I'ma what you want to do. It's all type of different resources out here you can use. This Apple Watch, I love this watch, and let me tell you why. Because I can add all my clients, I can add everybody that wants to work out and do things, and I can see what they doing, and they can see what I'm doing. And on
mm,
them days that if I don't feel like working out, my watch will go off and it'll show somebody just completed exercise. I'm like, okay, you know what, let me get my butt up.
yeah.
Let me get my butt up. So as I'm pouring into others, others are pouring into me too.
I say to
So
that. That was about to lead me to my next question. How important do you feel it is that people train their bodies? Because, we see a lot of people in, the spiritual community. We talk esoteric knowledge, energy, etheric energy, so forth and
mhm.
so on, right? But you don't really see too many people that's in the community really training their bodies physically. You know what I mean? So how important is it that we balance out that physical, that mental, and that spiritual?
This keyword balance.
Yeah.
If you're not in alignment and you're not balancing things out, you're going to continuously have stagnant energy in one
Mhm.
place or the other.
Yeah.
And so the movement is very important. That's what keep that energy flowing. That's what keep the chakras flowing. That's what keep the
Yes.
energy flowing. As above, so below. As
Absolutely. I
within, so
noticed.
without.
Absolutely. Because
So
I noticed, ever since I started working out more, I've been feeling like amazing. Like,
mhm.
my body will like get me up at 4 o'clock in the morning now. You know what I mean?
I
So
love that.
before I
I
even go
love
to my
that.
9 to 5,
Early
right?
risers.
And my mind is saying, go lay back down till it's time to go. Right? My body like, no, we up
Let's
now. Let's
get it.
go. Let's go
Yes.
get some reps in before you go. So that
Yes.
way you can set your day. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I,
even
I
when I
saw
come
you with
home
the
and I'm
weights.
dead tired.
I saw you lifting the weights over there.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to get my whole little home thing going on. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
get it
I'm in
in.
isolation mode. You know what I mean? Just trying to,
Hermit.
get up
Focusing on
here. You
you.
know what I mean? Working.
Uh-huh.
So, you don't need a huge gym or nothing like that. You can start right from home. And that's
That's
what I'm gonna
why I
show
started
people.
at. With COVID, man, I had my little mat. I was getting it in on the floor. And like I teach boxing class, and I'm a kickboxing coach. So a
That's what's
lot of the
up.
exercise, yeah, a lot of the exercises we do, it be on the mat. Like you don't necessarily need that to tone up. And you said something like how we have our conscious people that some people are not exercising, and to me that doesn't go hand in hand. If
Right.
you in alignment and you tapped into your body and your higher knowing and source, you're gonna instantly want to get out there in nature. You're gonna automatically want to tap in and connect and planting your feet in the ground and grounding, and that's going to automatically makes your body wants to move, even if it's through ebb and flow with yoga.
Right.
Even if something as simple as that, you don't have to always do high intensity things, but
Right.
when you're
Absolutely.
connected, your body is going to desire that. It's going to be a craving for that.
Yes.
once you start shifting your mindset and wanting more and to do more for yourself.
That's a fact right there, because definitely my body, once I got that first workout in after a nice little while, my body definitely like, yeah, do some more. And then
And then
next
it
week
becomes a
after that,
habit.
we're gonna go up on the weight, do some
Mm-hmm.
more. We're gonna keep on going up and going up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting my mind disciplined as to we not stopping here. We not stopping here. You know what I
You
mean?
ain't gonna be able
So
to.
I
Your body ain't gonna
definitely,
let you. Your body not gonna let you at all. But it is important to rest.
yeah,
It
absolutely.
is important to rest. You have to rest. You
Absolutely.
have to reset, or you're gonna
Absolutely.
burn out. And I
Right.
had to learn that the hard way too. Because when you really tapped into yourself and your body mentally and spiritually and all of that, your body talks to you
Mm-hmm.
because you're tapped into your vessel. Your body is gonna tell you what it needs and when it needs it. It's
Right.
sometimes our minds don't want to listen because
Mm-hmm.
we like, oh, okay, well, let me just do this, or oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. And yeah, no, you got to be present with yourself and connect and
Mm-hmm.
stillness. That's important. You got to do that. And so that's another thing that I've been practicing because I'm high energy. That masculine energy in me is, the masculine is the very high energy active.
Absolutely.
I'm a fire sign. My chart is 60% fire
Wow.
and I am cardinal. So and then like 30% air. So that masculine is strong,
Right.
very
Right.
strong. But I had to
Ab-
learn how to balance that and tap more into my divine feminine energy too, because
Absolutely.
that's important. Very,
But
you
like
got to have the balance with that. So,
that's a fact. And like you said, you having that grace with yourself, because at the end of the day, if it wasn't for that masculine energy, you might not be sitting here. If it wasn't for TT, you might not be right here. You know what I mean?
hmm
So have that grace and compassion for yourself too as you along your journey. But I definitely want to get into these pressed juices. Tell us about these pressed juices.
Ooh.
What's some
But
different kinds? What are some
let me
ingredients
sip
that you
on my juice now. Hold on.
and I know, because the first time I actually, to everybody out there, I've actually had Sista Sunflower pressed juices, and they are fantastic. I wanted to curse a little bit. They so
Thank you,
good,
thank you.
but they are
Gratitude,
fantastic. I'm talking about
gratitude.
like,
So
and it was a
I'm a
hot day, and those juices was just like on point. It made me feel amazing. So give a little sauce to the people about your juices.
So, as I was on my healing journey, I did my research on what juices and what fruits and vegetables were in alignment with the disease that I was experiencing in my body, and so I created 4 juices based off of that. So the diabetes was my beet lotus roots, and that one is cardiovascular, so it helps focus with the heart, help clear out the blood, purify the blood, and things like that. We have the sacral carrot energy, and that's full of has so many antioxidants, nutrients. That's the carrot one. That's a lot of people's favorite. We have the kale paradise. I had to tweak that a few times because
That sounds
my
good.
thing was my thing is I eat to live. I
Right.
don't live to eat. Wait, I I eat. You're right. Because I sometimes I get confused. I eat to live, not live to eat. And
Yeah.
so I can eat like stuff that it tastes like earthy, right? But some
Right.
people don't like that. They're like, "Oh, girl, this tastes too healthy." Like, so I'm like,
Right.
okay, for my non-healthy, like you just still want a little bit of sweetness. So I had to tweak my kale a few times, but now it's
Right.
it's perfect, perfect blend. But that one is the more healthy one. It has your greens, it has your kale, it has your ginger, it has like your cucumber, your celery, and then I have my what else? Oh, cucumber mint refresh. Now that one is like perfect for like working out because it cucumbers are very hydrating, H3O. So it's very hydrating to your body. It replenishes your body. It's very refreshing. It's up there with watermelon, but it has more water intake for the cucumbers.
Right.
And then we just released the Mentastic Melon. That's our new watermelon juice. And
Mm.
watermelon has so many benefits to it.
Yes.
But the main thing is I'm in Texas, so this heat is off the chain. Like
Right.
this heat, the sun be hitting a whole different way out here.
I
And
can
I
only
love it. I be
imagine.
here for all of it. I'm like 8 shades darker right now. I don't know if you can see. I'm like, look, I done picked on like 8 different shades, but I love it though. And so
Right.
yeah, so we do vendors events. I have one tomorrow at the farmers markets, and we're a manufacturing company now. So we ship to all 50 states, trying to
That's
share with the people. I was
excellent.
showing that y'all crib putting in work, getting ready
Man,
for the
was you? You definitely was, and to see you come so far today is just like a beautiful thing, and that's why I had to get an update. You know what I mean in your journey, and to see how far you come, I'm truly, truly proud of you. And
that
not
means
only
so
that,
much.
right? You know, all your pressed juices are naturally made, right? H3O, structured water, right? And
So
like
we
you said, a
use
lot of people don't like the earthy things, but that's just the parasites in them, right?
yeah,
Over time, the earthiness will basically take over, right? And as they continue
right.
to detox and, drink those juices, the parasites will get rid of themselves to the point where they be like, I didn't even like this kale one at first, but now I love it and I can't stop drinking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So
Yes.
I want to also talk about that, how important it is for us before we even get into fitness or working out. How important is it to first detox ourselves and cleanse ourselves and get rid of those parasites, right? Because
Mhm.
we will probably be doing a disservice to ourselves by trying to be physically fit while still having those same habits, eating habits, and parasites that's in our bodies.
Fitness is only maybe 30% of your health. The
Right.
main thing is what you eat, your nutrition. And I talk about that in my book. The importance of your nutrition, the importance of eating right for your blood type. A lot of people don't know that. Um, when I was going through my journey and healing myself, I thought I was doing everything right as far as eating, because you eat the greens, you eat the fruits and the vegetables. You think you are. I mean, you're doing better than what was programmed to do and eat and things like that.
Absolutely.
However, I wasn't getting the full results. Like I would eat something, I would still feel like bloated, or I
Mm.
would still feel not my best. I would get headaches and just stuff. And I'm like, but I'm eating the healthy things. And so I came across this book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And so once I really delved deep into that and I started learning about the different blood types and how they're in alignment with your body, and how when your body is craving something, it actually means that it's something in that your body actually needs. And
Right.
so once I analyzed that, and I switched it and I discovered what my blood type was, I started eating the things that were in alignment. So for example, peanuts. Like I would put peanut butter in my smoothies.
And you
And
said
every
you
time
read
I
a
would,
book?
huh?
You said you read a book?
Yeah, it's called Eat Right for Your Blood Type.
Eat right for your
Someone
blood type.
mentioned
I'm
it.
sorry, I
Yeah,
just needed
somebody,
to write that down because I feel like that's very important because a lot of people don't know their blood type. So
right?
how do you
And it's
know
in
exactly
here.
what you're supposed to be eating?
It's in here. I talk
It's
about
in
that
your
in here.
book?
Yes, I give you
Okay. I gotta go cop
recipes.
that.
I give you recipes on eating right for your blood type. I tell you how you can discover what your blood type is. I go deep in here. And
Wow.
so with that, I would make I would make smoothies, and just a healthy smoothie. But every time I would make one, I wouldn't feel good. I would be like sluggish, and just my alignment just felt off. And
Right.
so it was a peanut butter. And once I discovered that peanuts, and I don't have an allergy to them, but it's just something in the peanuts that isn't in alignment with my blood type. And so it will cause bloating, it will cause headaches, it will cause fatigue, all of these things. And so once I made that small tweak from peanut butter to almond butter, it was again like my life drastically changed. So it could be something just as small as that that you can have major results. And so with my clients, that's the first thing before anybody comes and want to do it. Now you can do a detox cleanse. That's totally fine. But
Right.
if you want to go to the next step, because you can detox for 3 days, but what do you do after that? You're going to go
Right.
back to the same things, same habits eventually, because you're not educated on what to do next, what steps to do next. And so my programs offer things like that to help you, show you what to eat, the proportions you need to eat. We create menu plans, we create all of that. So it's very important for you to cleanse your vessel, detox your body, because when you're not, your balance is off. You're not in alignment with your true self, because when you're detoxing your bodies and removing the parasites and just the different ailments from your body, the disease from your body, you're raising your vibration.
Right.
When I did a 7 day all water fast, like, and
I remember that.
I only drink alkaline water. Water is very important too. I talk about that in my book. The water that you drink clears your vibration, your auric field, all of that.
Mm.
A lot of people don't know that either. So I
Wow.
think it's just education is just important. And a lot of it was trial and error, but education is very important on what you put in this vessel, in your vessel. So the
Absolutely.
physical part, that can wait. You gotta cleanse the temple. You gotta
Yeah.
do those detox cleanses. You gotta do those fasts. You gotta do those meditations. That's what raises your vibration and your consciousness. Doing
Absolutely.
those things.
Absolutely. So, can you just give us a rundown of, well, not everything, but just some of the chapters that's in your book and what they cover?
So I cover, for one, I share my testimony to the full extent. It goes in deep to even with my doctor, like the doctor that I had, um, just knew what he was talking about as far as like my 16 medications. I had a pick line in my arm, so when I got released, I had a home care nurse coming to my house 5 days a week, giving me antibiotics in my IV, because like I
Oh,
said, they just wanted to
they
get
were
me
trying to treat
home.
you like you was 90 years old, man.
Well, how my body was, and how, how the disease was attacking my body. You would think so. Like, I was
Right.
young to be going through that, and like I said, they didn't know what the heck to do, or what really. They just like, okay, try this. Okay, that's working. Let's amp it up. So like my steroids was, I don't know if you know like how high the dosage of steroids is, but I was on 120 milligrams of steroids.
That's
That's
very high.
crazy. A
Yeah.
day. A day. So yeah. But the book covers all of it. It covers my testimonies. It covers, I'm very vulnerable. Like, I share very personal things that I experienced in the hospital. Like, I collapsed in the parking lot one time, and
Mm.
they all had to rush out and, get me, and that was pretty scary. So I talk about that. I talk about the importance of detoxing, the benefits of detoxing. I have recipes in there, juice recipes on how you can prepare your own juice at home. I have different menus, different recipes, not just for your blood type, but other healthy recipes if you want to detox, and even coming off of your detox. What do you do? So I
Right.
give you step by step by step, because when I started healing the body, first it was mental, because I had to make that decision that, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So I had to renew my whole mindset, and that's what, when I had my awakening. So just renewing my whole mindset and just seeing that everything that's around me, like, what is this?
Right.
None of it matters. This is what matters. and
Mm.
and I started seeing that, and once I started seeing that, like, a lot of the materialistic things didn't, there was no desire for that. Like, the
Right.
desire was for me to go internal, because that's when I started healing the generational curses. Like I said, I used to smoke heavy. I stopped smoking. I used to drink. Like, alcoholism run deep in my family. My
Right.
father passed away with cirrhosis of the liver. A
Mm.
lot of my aunties and uncles, they that died from overdoses, and I've experienced death a lot in my
Yeah,
life, and I found myself going down that path as well, um, with toxic behaviors, and how can I be a leader in the community or be an example if I'm not right within myself? So
mm,
I had to change that. I want something better for my children. My daughters watch me. They watch what I do. I want to set an example to them.
absolutely.
So I have to change all of that. So I quit smoking. Like I said, it's been 5 years. I quit drinking. It's been 2 years. Yeah, I
Mm,
think it's been 2 years, I believe.
yeah,
And I'm just keeping it going. And so yeah, the book talks about all of that. I'm giving the meditation. You just gotta get the book, bro. You gotta get
yeah.
the just
Most
tap in.
definitely,
But
most definitely,
it's the cheat code. I I
most
I, I
definitely.
put it all out there.
I gotta tell the goddess to go on Amazon to get that. She the Amazon queen, so
Yeah,
we definitely
I
gonna
know.
get
Sis,
that
stay on, sis, stay on Amazon. Like, yeah,
for
I love her
sure.
so much. Like,
And do
yeah,
and
she
do you
has.
ship your juices out? Do you ship your
I
juice?
do.
Yeah.
I do. Another thing, but
Okay.
I've been like, I haven't really been shipping out so much in this heat because
Yeah. That's
the
right.
with the hurricane really caused a lot of um like holes and just a lot of turmoil with the post office. And so I
Right.
shipped the package last week and I paid for 2 day shipping, and it took her still 4 to 5. I think she got it like maybe 4 days. So yeah, I don't like all that.
Right.
So I've been really trying not to ship um in the summertime because I don't want to take that chance. But we will. We
Yeah.
absolutely will. I just have to ship it sooner instead of doing like the 3 day. We just do like an overnight.
Right. Right.
But
And
yes, we ship
I
everywhere.
wouldn't mind paying that off for the overnight shipping because I know how your juices is. I've
Yeah.
already experienced them, and
A lot
I
of my
absolutely
clients do.
love them.
They'll pay for overnight. They definitely
Yeah.
do.
Absolutely. So I want to dive into, some of your meditation practices. I know, in our little stint, of meeting each other, I saw you practicing qigong. You was outside doing your breathing techniques. You had the staff out there,
Yeah,
like you was
Chalua.
really heavy into it. So I want to dive a little deeper into, your meditation techniques. What are some techniques that you use, and what are some that you teach your clients?
So my father was um a karate master,
Oh
and
wow.
yeah, he was the guy on the block that was teaching the youngins how to fight. Or I remember hearing the story about him that he kicked the tree down in my grandmother's backyard. Like my daddy was like, they call him the Hawk. And
Yeah.
then my mama called him Billy D. Williams because he was swole,
What?
cock swole, like, but
Well, he
he
was
did all the,
smooth.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that was him. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Wearing suits and all of that, and so I always wonder like where I got that from because nobody in my family, like literally nobody in my family does that. No, nobody in my family on my father's side or my mother's side that I can think of is fit or like or does things like that. And so I wonder like I kickbox, I cycle, I do some genjutsu moves. I have a bow staff, so that's what you're referring to, Chalua. He over there in the cut. I don't know if you can see him, but
Yeah.
he over there in the cut. And so we do just different movements, energy flowing, just different movements, tai chi. And so I didn't know my dad did all of those things. I just knew him for doing karate, but my daddy used to do all of it. He even had a staff too that he would use. And I'm like, man, so I channeled his energy.
Mm.
And when I was going through like everything is going to go back to when I was in my transformation with my health. Meditation was something that was brought to me with Reiki. I didn't have no clue what none of it was at all. And a lot of times when I either discover something or hear something that they're downloaded, like you be surprised when you start taking care of your body, the things that you remember because
Mm.
it's already instilled inside of you. It's
Right.
just about the remembrance. And once
Right.
you start to declutter all of it, you start tapping back in and you connect more with self and you start remembering. And so everything, it just flowed. It just, things were just coming to me. And energy, like I would heal myself. My energy itself, when I come around different people, I learn and notice how they just instantly want to do better. They instantly want to evolve. They instantly want to gravitate to the light aspect.
Absolutely.
But I had to first discover what my own light was, because everybody else can see it around you sometimes, but you have to learn and discover it for yourself. And so
Mm.
I started practicing Reiki and doing it for myself, healing myself, balancing myself. So I am a Reiki master. I'm also certified in crystal Reiki too. And so all of the things that I was just doing for self, I was put in these positions to help and teach others. Like I said, a lot of these things wasn't on my to-do list. It
Right.
wasn't the desire. It was like, okay, you did that. Now you need to come over here so you can teach that, or you need to do
Right.
this so you can bring them in. And so we do different breath work practices, because it's connecting you to your breath. It's connecting you to your chi energy, your tandem, which is that your power source that comes from that sacral and your solar plexus. So it's connecting with that. I do sound bath meditations, which, you know, we're healing through frequencies and vibrations with through sounds and,
Yeah.
you know, different instruments and, you know, things like that. Um, Even with the kickboxing, just doing that, like I always incorporate the stretching, the movement, the stillness at the end of class. We're gonna get some breath work in class today. We're gonna
Right.
stretch and we're gonna breathe. And because you know we can be all high energy and all that, but let's slow it down and let's connect with
Yeah.
our breath. Let's connect with ourselves. And
Mm.
so yeah, it all just came from me just healing me, working on me, and being instructed to extend that to others.
Absolutely.
Sankofa, reaching back. You reaching back for other people behind you that you know you so we can all elevate as a collective.
Absolutely.
Now you
So,
can lead the horse to water. You can't make it drink though. I
and
had to
That's
learn
what I
that
was actually
also.
getting ready to ask you, right? I was going
Look,
to ask you, you know, what has been some of the most like, you know, how would I say it? Pleasant moments with your clients where you had those experiences where you was like, you just really tapped into their energy and y'all both just tapped into, you know, each other, right? And then what was some of your, you know, not so good experiences with clients where maybe they didn't want to do the work and maybe you had to let them go as a client?
you know, I've had the experiences. Now, as far as the energy exchange, I'm very intuitive. So anybody that I come in contact and when I meet, I'm gonna feel the energy. The download's gonna come, and I can already see what I need to see from that person. Just period.
absolutely.
Um, the one thing that I would say, and I just lay it out there because I had clients that they feel like they cheat me, and in reality, you cheating yourself
Right.
because you can do the detox cleanse. And I already know I've done this with enough people to know, okay, if you be consistent and you do the things that I instruct you to do, you're gonna see the results. If there's
Right.
no ways around it, you're gonna see the results. And so this one client, she once said there was no results, and I was like, wait a minute, something ain't right. So I said, okay, let me go, let me step back, let me redo this, let me, you know. I said, okay, now try this, do this one. So she come back to me, well, I did it, and you know, I'm still not losing no weight. And finally, I was like, okay, sis, this ain't you. This she ain't doing something right. And so
Right.
I had a conversation with her. I said, look, I just want to tell you, this journey that you're on is your journey. I'm just here to assist.
Right.
When you cheat on your diet, or when you cheat on this detox, or you're cheating yourself, you're not cheating me. I'm losing weight. I'm going to the gym. I'm eating healthy. I'm good. I'm
Right.
helping you. So if you're lying to me about what you're doing, it's not hurting me. It's hurting you.
Absolutely.
Finally, she was like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I went to the party last week and we was drinking and da 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 da, and I was eating this." I said, "Look, look, I already knew something was off, and I knew it wasn't me." I
Right.
said, "So whenever you're ready, because think about it, you're wasting your money and your time.
Yeah.
You paying me for your services, so for my time and my energy and my so baby, you losing."
Absolutely.
And we don't want to do that. And so she was
Absolutely.
like, so when I just kept it real, and
Right.
she came back and she did what she's supposed to do, and within that first week she lost 10 pounds. And I
And
said, you see what can happen when you just consider, just listen to me, like I'm not gonna steer you wrong. And
right.
she has been one of the people that has lost them. Like, she looked so good. Like, she's been with me now for 8 months. She's down like 50 pounds.
What?
50 pounds, because I got the community on Facebook too.
Yeah.
And so I have a lot of people that's like in
What's
just
the
all
community
different
name on
states.
Facebook for all the people that may, be on a weight loss journey?
It's Health TEE Community. Health Tea Community. And so everybody is welcomed. We do different challenges on there. I go live a lot of times and do workouts, and it's just an accountability group. So if
Yes.
just want that motivation, or you want to just come to a dope high energy place, that's it.
Absolutely.
That's the
I
spot
love
right
that,
there.
right? Because, me on my personal journey, right? Um, I'm trying to find more people that's like-minded as well, especially, coming from a place where you don't find too many individuals that's willing to, change themselves, you know what I mean? Or even
Hmm.
hold themselves accountable. So it's a blessing to have people around you that'll hold you accountable, right?
Right.
And that'll also give you motivation to hold yourself accountable.
Right.
So
Yes.
that is a beautiful thing, and I applaud you for everything that you're doing, not only for yourself but for the others around you. And
Ashe.
what made you want to leave your hometown and go all the way out to Texas?
Ooh, I talk about that in my book too. That's
Yeah.
chapter one. That's chapter one. Just to kind of sum it up, I was going through a separation with my ex-husband, and I was really in a dark space at that time. Um, I knew that it was time for me to leave, and I knew it was time for me to just do something different. And in that space of just darkness and just feeling lower than lower than lower than low,
Mm.
I didn't have the desire to want to be here anymore. And not that I wanted to, take myself out. I just wanted to numb the pain that I was going through. And
Mm.
so I ended up taking some medications, and you just sleep, and I just want to rest. And the next day, my kids came in there, was jumping on the bed, and just high energy and everything. And I woke up and just sitting there and just having gratitude just for that. And it was like it almost felt like a second chance, like a new birth, or like a second chance, just to want more. Like, no, I can't give up on them. They need me. Like, and because at first I felt like, oh, they'll be okay without me. And it was like the next day seeing that, it's like, nah,
Mm.
they need you. You gotta stay in this. And so I prayed, and I was like, okay, look, I know I don't want to still be here. Get me up out of here. It got to shift. And just as clear as day, Texas popped up in my spirit. I was like, Texas? I don't know nobody. I don't know nobody in Texas. What's Texas? Who is Texas? So I started looking up, seeing. I'm like, okay. And I had a friend that lived here at the time. Now, we went to college together. We wasn't, we didn't talk every day, but when you're not used to traveling and going to all these different states, you just know you got a friend that live out of town. You don't
Yeah,
know what,
absolutely.
she out of town. I don't know where she is, but I know she out of town.
Right.
Well, she was in Texas, and she just randomly called me, out of the blue called me. And I was like, what the? I said, you where? Texas? Girl, I'm coming to visit.
Right.
So I was supposed to go out there with one of my homegirls, and we supposed to drive out there because the flights was just way too expensive. So I hit up my friend. She had just bought a new car. I said, look, I put the word about the gas. I got all that. You just drive. Let's get there. The day before we supposed to leave, she hit me up and was saying she can't go and this and that. And I was like, what the fuck? I said, okay. I said, so I'm panicking. I just heard, like, just be calm. Go look at them flights. And I'm like, the last time I looked at the flights, they was go look at the flights. So I checked Southwest, they 500. I checked American, they 2,000. They just high. And so I'm
Yeah.
like, well, I checked the flights. The Holy Spirit said, check Spirit.
Mm.
$50 round trip.
What?
$50 round
That is
round trip.
crazy.
I went out there, stayed with my friend. I had job interviews lined up, went to go see apartments, all of that. This was in September. This was in October. We ended up relocating to Dallas in December. I had a business out there. I had a house. I had everything. I sold all my stuff. I got out of my contract with my business because I was first a nail technician. That's my first passion.
Right.
I was T-Baby the nail diva. And, and so God just got me out of all that, and all of these doors just start opening. That's just how I know, like, when you just trust in yourself, trust, and just know that anything you desire is going to come to fruition. You just have to be in alignment with it. You have to flow with it. You have to plant those seeds. And I promise you, everything is always working in your favor. When I changed my mindset to know that things was not happening to me, that they were all happening for me, that's when the shift happened. And I've been flowing in it ever since. Has it been rocky sometimes where I gotta hold on, like, wait a minute? Absolutely. But
Right.
do I still stay the course? I may fall off or may whatever, but I'm gonna keep getting up because that's what it's about.
Absolutely.
That's what it's about. So,
And I'm gonna
and
go
we've been
to
here
our
for almost 10
sponsors
years.
real quick. But when we come back, y'all, I just want to talk about that. I want to talk about mindset. I also want to talk about, how you got into your new business endeavors, because I started just seeing you in these big round tables in these meeting rooms and things like that. So I want to talk about, what shaped your mindset, you know what I mean? And what pushed you through in those type of rooms, because, you got to have a different mindset, when you step into those rooms with certain people. So when we come back from our sponsors, we're gonna dive a little deep into mindset. You know what I mean? So we'll be right back, family. Peace, family, peace. To the gods and goddesses out there. This is C here with Eyes Open Clothing, where we specialize in metaphysical symbology in every piece of our clothing. And we also blending that with streetwear as well. Very comfortable, stylish for any occasion, but you still letting people know what you represent, that higher consciousness and that higher vibration. So tap in with us, family. Ashe.
Discover Connection to Ascension, your online metaphysical shop. We offer readings, spell work, Reiki energy healing, metaphysical products, handmade crystal jewelry, and annual retreats and parties. Visit us at connectiontoascension.com and elevate your spirit today. Ashe.
How you doing, my beautiful brothers and sisters? If you're looking for an all-natural brand, the Ancestor Hands is that brand for you. I invented this brand to give people like me a great product at a lesser price, and made sure I kept all the harmful chemicals out of my products. Ancestor Hands is more than a brand, it's a movement. So leave those chemical brands alone and come home to Ancestor Hands.
Come see us at SHABAZZ AI, where we specialize in spiritual and black cultural art of all styles, celebrating richness of faith and spirituality, cultural traditions, and the vibrant colors and powerful symbolism of our people. We work with clients from all spiritual paths and backgrounds to create the products they need for their businesses. But SHABAZZ AI is not just about art. We are UC Davis certified to create single web page applications that will showcase your brand, product, or portfolio. And the best part is we are affordable and will always try to work with you in your budget. Whether you're an artist, entrepreneur, or small business owner, we have got your back and have got you covered. Go visit us at Fiverr.com and search Lucius AI. That is Fiverr.com, Lucius AI. Or DM your request to Lucius Shabazz or Shabazz AI on Facebook Messenger. Use the promo code Kozmic AI24 for any and all discounts. I'll be looking for you.
And we are back. We are back. Damn, you just did a wardrobe change. I feel like we at the Super Bowl. Damn, that was
Switch it up a
exciting.
little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, I like that hat too. That's fire.
Thank you. Remember,
Hey,
I was doing a hat at y'all crib too. I had made this one.
you sure was, yup. Yup, and she still got it too.
Uh-huh.
She wear it every now and then when she be feeling herself.
You got to pull it out just, you know what I'm saying?
I
Pop
love
it
that.
out real quick one time for the one time.
Man, listen, you just too creative. You too creative, man. I need me one of them hats, man. Next time you around our way, man, bring me one of them hats.
I'll just do it when I'm there. Customize it while I'm there.
That's a fact. That's a
We'll do
fact.
that.
And that's what I want to talk about as well, right? You know, for us, leaving the big city, leaving the fast life, right? It's a very hard transition. You know what I mean? So I know for me it was a hard transition, just because of some of the things that I was into and my mindset wasn't, where it is now or even trying to transition into where it is now. But I want to know, how was that transition for you, transitioning out of your hometown, only really knowing one or two people and still trying to move forward with your journey? What kept you strong in those times?
I was ready.
Yeah.
I was ready. I knew that when I came out here, I had a U-Haul truck. I had just met this guy, and like 2 weeks before I was supposed to move. And come to find out, he worked for a moving company. That's just how God just aligned that thing up for me.
Wow.
And so I came out here with maybe $100 in my pocket, but I didn't care. I was ready to start this new journey, just being excited about it, just knowing that something great was about to transpire.
Mm.
I felt bad about leaving my clients because I had built these relationships with my clients. But as far as like leaving my family and you know I just knew that I was going to keep in contact. I knew I was going to keep in contact with them. I knew that I would see them. I just felt like that. But the main thing that really kept me going is knowing that this is my journey. This is about me in this moment. I always put everybody first. I always have done
Mm.
that. And to know that something is for me, I was excited about it. And to have my kids and to know that I was about to take them and just being excited to show them because they had never, when I came out here to scope everything out, they didn't come with me. So I got to be out here and see everything and scope it out and be like, oh my God, the kids are going to love this. It was just
Right.
a new beginning. So I was just excited even for them.
Mm.
My son was getting in a lot of trouble back then during that
Right.
time. So just to bring him and to have his own new beginning so he can get out, out of that and just do better
Absolutely.
opportunities. That right there was enough.
That's a fact
That
right
was
there.
enough.
That's a fact. What was the first opportunity, basically, when, you got out there, and was that a sign like, yeah, I'm here to stay?
It was happiness. Like I had that new and exciting feeling for about maybe 6 years.
Yeah.
Like I had just got here.
Right.
Like for 6 years. I still have it now because now I'm in a whole different new community. So I'm still it brought me back to that like just full gratitude moment being out here where I'm at now. But just when I first moved out here, knowing that getting a job or getting out, that was nothing for me. I was a nail technician, the best
Right.
at what I did. I had 6 opportunities before I even moved here. I just
Mm,
had to pick one.
mm,
So it wasn't even about the job, um, in the finances and all of that. Like I said, I moved out here with nothing, and me sleeping on the a pallet was some of the best sleep I probably had got back
mm,
before I was even moved out there. So it's about
mm,
peace of mind.
mm,
Peace of mind. So the jobs, once I got settled, got the kids in school and everything else just fell into place. And I knew that I was out here because I would be shown all of these magical things
mm.
to this day,
Yeah,
still,
that's what's
still to
up.
this day.
That's what's up right there. And that should be motivation to a lot of people, because a lot of people are, afraid, to leave that environment, and not knowing, your biggest opportunity may be outside of that environment, So that's why I just wanted you to speak on that because I know some of my, old friends and friends that I still talk to till this day will be like, no, I ain't going nowhere. I ain't going
Yeah.
nowhere. That's all they see, right? And I had to step outside of myself one day and be like, and just look around like, all this is gonna be here when you come back to it, right?
And it's gonna be the
You know?
same. The same. People gonna be doing the same things. One thing that I had to learn, and it was very clear to me, because fear can get into our way, and
Mm,
the illusion of fear, because it
bad.
really doesn't exist, but it's the illusion of it. And fear and faith can't occupy space at the same time.
I say to
One is
that.
going to overpower the other. What
Mm-hmm.
you give your energy to is going to continue to live and grow. What you
Mm,
starve is going to die.
mm,
So, what are you giving your energy to?
mm,
Which one is going to occupy space? Because both of them can't. One is going to take over on the other. So,
mm.
once you make that decision and you know, like, it's all happening for me, not to me, then you just you got to remind yourself though. But
Yeah.
that's where affirmations come into place. That's where meditation comes in at, because the more you do those things, the more you're storing everything into your vault. You're
Absolutely.
constantly feeding your spirit, and you're reprogramming each and every time you're storing it in your vault. So sometimes when you do come across a situation, you know what? I got this. It's all good because I know I am divinely guided. I know that I'm divinely protected. And I know that all things are working out for my good. And you have to just keep programming because you are eliminating those limited beliefs.
Absolutely.
You're reprogramming.
Absolutely.
But you got to be consistent with that. Because this,
Bad.
this don't happen overnight. Trust
It don't,
trust
because
me.
I catch myself so many times like still having those thoughts, right? And sometimes people look at me crazy because I do it in public. I just like go away. Like I literally
Yeah, pull it.
like this,
Yeah,
like
pull
go
it
away.
out.
You
Do
know what
what you
I
got to
mean?
do.
You gotta literally throw that energy away. You know what I mean? And replace it with a positive thought. You know what I mean? And I
Period.
stopped caring about if I look crazy to people. I stopped caring about validation from people or, if they resonating with, what I'm saying. You know what I mean? I
Mm-hmm.
had to learn to, resonate with what I'm saying. Like you said,
Mm-hmm.
that faith overweighs that fear and that illusion. So
Mm-hmm.
that's so powerful for real. So I want to ask you also, what's some of your biggest accomplishments to this day, and what are some challenges or hurdles that you still may be facing, or just wanting to push through?
One of my biggest things that I'm just proud of myself is my book. Like it took me maybe 3 years. It was a thought for about maybe 2 to 3 years. And the fact that I can finally like hold this is like, girl, you did it. Because I'm a procrastinator. I've always like, no, I'm not a procrastinator. That was something that I used to do. I used to procrastinate.
Yeah, me too.
And only because
I can say, yeah.
when you're a creator, and you create so many things. And when you just have all of these ideas, you start all of these projects, and you think about it, when you have all of these, you're juggling all of these different things, right? You steady picking up more and more and more. Eventually some stuff gonna fall, some stuff gonna
Yeah.
drop, it's gonna fall to the wayside. And where you focus your energy on one thing, you lose focus on another. So
Yeah.
something is not going to get the full attention from you.
Mm.
Life be life, and sometimes,
Yeah. For
so
sure.
just to be able to complete that was very big for me. So I do these things, and I get recognition, but I still keep going. Like I never really like sit in it. Like when people just
Right.
congratulate, I see it and I'm like, I'm grateful for it, but I don't
No ceilings.
I just keep going. No, I feel it because I'm grateful for it, but
Yeah.
I'm on to the next. Like I'm constantly evolving, I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly moving and just shifting and just doing different things.
Yeah.
But that one I actually sat and like, girl, you did
Right.
it.
Right. Like
When I just
you're
graduated
not bumping
from.
your head on the ceiling, you just keep going up.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it's good to, when people, praise you and just give gratitude and, all of that. It's good to let people celebrate you.
Mm.
And I think for me, I've never really like just embraced it a whole lot. But
Right.
now I'm starting to. I'm starting to accept the flowers from people when they give them to me.
Absolutely.
And but that was the thing that I was most felt more accomplished doing that, being grateful. I experienced, I wouldn't say challenges. It's just because I want to do so much.
Yeah.
And it's not even a personal gain for my community. Like for my community, like a lot of things that I'm doing, I'm not doing it for me.
Right.
I just want to pour into my community. I want to just have these communities of people that just want to evolve, and let's just grow together. Let's eat healthy, let's exercise, let's work out, let's pour into each other. Like that's just what I want to do. And I think that a lot of times it's just about the patience, because you have to have patience and just know that things are not going to happen overnight.
Mm.
And although, you know, when you're doing certain things, and you're being a light to other people, the darkness don't like that. They don't like that. You get a lot of haters, and you get a lot of people that don't want to see you evolve and don't want to see you grow. and
Mm.
and it's
That.
not that you've done anything to them, it's just your light bothers them you
Mm.
know and so for me, it's just about staying protected, keeping my vibration high. And you know when they go low, I go higher. I don't
Mm.
match energy. Why would
Mm.
I want to come down there and match your vibration? No. What you
Mm.
need to do is just catch up and get on board.
Mm.
And if you don't, that's cool, because you're gonna still get left behind. So I
Mm.
think that right there is the season that I'm in, is just the healing,
Mm-hmm.
the healing, the
Absolutely.
healing these past traumas, the healing the toxic behaviors, healing the not having patience for things, just wanting to be better. And
Absolutely.
sometimes that the challenge sometimes is the me versus me.
Yeah. Absolutely. I know
Me
that's right.
versus me.
I know that's right there. And you
Getting in
just
my
said
own
a
way
mouthful right there.
sometimes.
You just had a whole mouthful right there, because
Yep.
it's an amazing thing, to see somebody walking in their purpose and not letting nothing stop them, because, you got a lot of people that do have a lot of light within them, right? But, they listen to what people saying, they letting people dim their light, they
Mhm.
letting their outside circumstances, determine their reality. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? And that was one of my biggest challenges, you know what I mean? Seeking validation from an outside world that I know is not really for me. This is just a means to an end, right?
Yep.
So I had to step back and say, why you seeking validation from something that you know isn't meant for you? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And from that point, it was just like, yeah, okay, it's me versus me. I got this shit. You know what I mean?
Ashe. That was me
And
too.
yeah,
Words of affirmations was I thought was my love language at the time, because I'm not gonna say that it wasn't. We all have seasons, right?
ab-
And now words of affirmation isn't like, do I love people pouring into me? Sure, I do. It just it helps. But I
right.
don't need it, because once I started giving it to myself, I didn't really desire it anymore.
Mm,
Words of affirmation was like number one all the time, just needing the validation from people and just to
yeah,
hear it. I'm
exactly.
proud of you. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. You're doing good. I tell myself that now.
Right.
I don't have to have people, telling me they're proud of me, and because that comes with people pleasing.
Yeah, for sure.
That's the fear too, of fear of not being your authentic self, because the fear of someone not accepting you, or the fear of not someone not liking you. And but that all comes from childhood
Yeah,
traumas and behaviors and things like that. But once you start healing those inner aspects of yourself, young version, high school version, adult version, once you start calling them aspects, them fragments of yourself to the surface. Now, hey, come on, how can we heal today? What is it that we need to heal? And you have them conversations, and you
mm,
you sit in your meditation and you go through it, and trust and believe it's gonna come up. And
mm-hmm,
you just have to assure and let that younger version of yourself know that we okay. I got you. You are
mm,
safe. You are protected. You are loved. You are
mm,
valued. You are appreciated. And you nurture and cultivate that your higher self. You like, okay, because normally when you do have those things, that's the younger version of ourselves coming forward.
facts.
It just
Yep,
needs a little healing, a little love and attention. And once
yep.
you do that, y'all become one. And that version of yourself is now healed. And now you can continue to evolve, continue to grow, and continue to elevate.
That's deep. That's deep. That's something I definitely needed to hear because that's been, a part of my, journey as of right now is going back and healing that inner child. You know what I mean? So I can get back and
Hmm.
have fun, not being so serious with
Yes,
everything all the time.
playful.
You
Yes, that
know?
playful energy.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And getting back into, my creative bag. You know what I mean? And,
Yeah.
like I said earlier in the live, you feel that stagnancy sometimes and, being a creative, right? And I just think, as far as my journey goes, sometimes I take things a little bit too personally. So, that comes from childhood traumas, like you just said, so I definitely been working hard to try to, go back and heal that inner child and some of
Mm-hmm.
my traumas for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
that was definitely some bars right there. And, before we wrap it up, because I know you're a busy woman. I know you got clients and things of that nature. I just want you to give some advice to anybody that's, walking your path or want to walk that path of health and fitness, and step out there, for their community and for their people. And also be sure to drop all of your socials and anything that you have going on right now.
The best advice, the word that I can give is be grateful along every step of the way. Finding gratitude in everything. That has been an ultimate game changer for me. Like every night before I go to bed, I have a gratitude journal. And I try to be very intentional about writing 10 things that I'm grateful for throughout the day. If I
Mm,
can't do 10, start somewhere, write 3.
right.
But just being grateful for the little things and having grace and patience with yourself. I know for me, we are our own worst critics. We be so hard on ourselves to the point to where we can spiral to the point you gonna need a spatula to scrape yourself up off the ground. We just can be so low and so hard on ourselves. And
Absolutely.
and I'm speaking from experience. Please just have grace with yourself and know that your journey is not going to look like what the next person's journey looks like. We
Yeah.
all have our individual path. It's not going to look the same. No matter if you could be walking, doing everything that I do, and it's not going to look the same for you. So stop comparing. Don't compare yourself to other people, because
Mm.
this social media is a black hole, and you can find yourself comparing yourself to what everybody else is doing. But baby, you don't know what that person has been through and still going through, because a lot of times we don't look like what we've been through. Okay?
Right.
We definitely
Absolutely.
don't. So don't compare. Stay in your own lane. Stay in alignment with your purpose, and have gratitude along every step of the way. Y'all can find me on Instagram, on TikTok under Sista Sista Sunflower. Website is www.healthtee.life. I do my sound bath meditations. I'm always going live, just doing something, just making sure that I'm just spreading some positivity, spreading some joy, spreading some love just throughout. So thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It's
It's
been
been
amazing.
amazing.
I you already know, you know what I mean? We've met personally before, so I already know, you know, the amazing spirit that you have and the type of person that you are and some of your challenges that you've been through. So to see you level up in the way that you have leveled up has been truly amazing. And I just needed some of that insight. I needed some of that game for myself. You know what I mean? And I think the
Got
people
you.
need it too. You know what I mean? So for everybody out there that's watching, y'all need to go join the community. Be sure to get that book out on Amazon right now. You know what I mean? And follow her socials, man. You know, because she's
Yes, tap
really
in. Let's stay
a spirit.
connected.
And I can speak from experience that she does want better for her people. It's no gimmicks, it's no games. You know, you're gonna put that work in, you know what I mean? And we're gonna continue to hold each other accountable. So
Yes,
I
walk
thank
it
you,
like
Sister
you talking in
Sunflower, for
every
coming on.
aspect. Yes.
Yes. So it's all peace and love over here. You be sure to keep us all updated on your journey, and we can't wait to see you do more big things. You heard me.
Yes. All right, y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
What I'm saying is, you can't rush my greatness. I've been elevating daily on a mission for my people. All the love I've been receiving, oh, got me oh so dedicated to uplift the world's vibration. This